Time now for our Sunday specials. Well, 3 years after the proposed disability legislation took effect in Nigeria, reports indicate that most of the 31 million persons living with disabilities have remained victims of neglect, abuse and stigma. Sarah Ayeko has been on the road gathering their experiences and stories and on a gripping account of everything that has gone wrong with schools, care systems and a fast-paced society in which only the fittest stand a chance. This report was facilitated by the African Center for Development Journalism as part of its Inequality Reporting Fellowship supported by the MacArthur Foundation through the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism.
Imagine Nigeria in the year 2030, fully inclusive for persons with disabilities. But wait, we're in the year 2022 and only 14 states out of 36 states, including the FCT, have domesticated the Disability Rights Act. Even the ones that have domesticated it are yet to enforce it. What's the hope of persons with special needs?
Out of school and on the roads, they would rather not be here. But the circumstances none of their making. If they don't look out for themselves, no one probably will. Many persons, especially children with special needs, are desperate for inclusion. But this remains a mirage as they have no means of making this happen. According to the United Nations Population Fund, an estimated 32 million in Nigeria, including children, live with one form of disability or the other and face different types of discrimination, which includes having limited access to basic social services like healthcare and education. In Ibadan, the city of many firsts, and the larger Osun State, persons with special needs are still overlooked. In search of answers, this journey takes me to Ariori, a village on the outskirts of Ibadan. Even for those without special needs or disability, transportation is such a difficulty. The village is only partly motorable with few motorcycles plying the route. It is nearly a ghost town. Until you find the network for people with special needs where no fewer than 36 persons have enrolled. Among them is 13-year-old Fawaz Kasali and his best friend. Relating his story was a real act of courage. The memories of his past are still vivid in his mind, and they are also too painful to tell. He tells me he went on holiday after school term some years back. The night was dark, and suddenly he discovered he could not see anymore. His grandmother took him to the hospital, but that didn't help. The situation gave him another challenge. Although he can see now, he can't walk. Since that year, his education stopped.
So àwọn bí tí mo wá lọ mo sọ pé àwọn lè gbà mí pẹ̀lú condition. Oni mo fi wá dúró sílé fún long time. Mo rí pé mo wá get alarm tó máa ràn mí lọ́wọ́ sí fún bí báyìí. Ìgbà tí mo wá sí bí báyìí, mo lò pé a máa lọ sí class, mo máa kọ́ mi níṣẹ́, ibẹ̀ tí máa ṣe ọwọ́.
He is one of the few who have found a way around rejection to remain on the path to a desired future. A 18-year-old Odun's story is a little different. She was left on the streets of Ibadan to beg for alms and fend for herself without a wheelchair and school enrollment. She got lucky in 2020 after she was discovered by a non-governmental organization who assisted her with the wheelchair she now uses and connected her with the network for people with special needs. For now, she has a wheelchair, but struggles to catch up on the years lost on the streets.
So when they brought her, the mother was like, okay, she'll be coming to check up on her. Also, though she cannot talk, her condition is she can talk, she can use her hand, but she can use her hand just to eat. She can't use her leg, so she's on wheelchair, but she can express her feelings. Maybe someone she likes, she only knows how to express her feelings, but she can't talk. So when they brought her, we were able to help her, we wash her. So the mother was like, she'll be coming to check up on her like every month. But for like almost 2 years now, we've not seen her. Even the woman does not know this place. The last time I saw her was the day they brought her to us. Then we still at our rented apartments in town. So ever since then, we've not seen her. But the community base just used to call and ask about her. Is she fine? That's all. High five, my baby.
She longs for something even deeper than a share and lessons.
Can we go inside? All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All cleaned up and happy, but longing for a mother's love. Bamiji Waris had lived with his blind grandmother, but their neighbors saw no better use for him than to get him drunk, have him sing, and watch him dance. With his grandmother now dead, he has no one to check on him. His only connection to people outside here is when students are going out on excursion and the home is being visited.
His mental health was so down to the extent that if you want to eat, you have to put the food on the floor to eat. His mental health, as in the atmosphere was new to him. It was a child that has been eating on the floor around, eating all these released food. So it was when we got to here that I would take care of him, bath and wash him. Nice. It's fine.
From outside, not much is seen. Just a building with banners and a mini playground by the side. Ms. Sekinat helps with education, rehabilitation, and vocational training, sports and social skills. Although she enjoys caring for persons with special needs, maintaining the place costs about 1 million naira every month. With a background in education and volunteering, the joy she puts on the faces of persons under her care keeps her going.
It takes love and interest to do this. If this is not what you have passion for, it's not easy to run. So it's what I have passion for, and I notice it's what makes me happy. Like being around them, impacting into their own life, making them see the difference in their habits, bringing out the ability they have in them, gives me joy. Yamowa.
Tailoring her life to be like the Mother Teresa of Africa. But she needs all the support she can get to care for the children.
The biggest challenge that I know is a challenge for me is the security of this place. Like, you know, this place is an open place, it's not fenced. So because of that, I don't allow them to go out. But if this place is fenced and there's gates, they will move freely around. Going out, we have to pay extra. You know, persons with disability, like for instance, those on wheelchair, if they want to go outside, they have to take their wheelchair. The cost of you on a bike is ×3 for those on wheelchair.
With the passage of the Osun State Persons Living with Disability Amendment Bill 2022 in October, better days may be ahead. The number of out-of-school children is on the increase. Almost 2 years after the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF declared that about 10.5 billion children were out of school in Nigeria. The number has risen to 18.3 million children. While it is somewhat easy to track children without disability and get them in school, it is difficult to find children with disability because they are hidden. Even when they are found, the needed care and cost of access are prohibitive.